A political battle over abortion rights is giving Floridians the opportunity to vote on one of the nation's most divisive issues. We are back live in the studio with Vincent Adejumo. Thank you so much for joining us once again. This property has been passed down from generation to generation and has seen several storms throughout its time, but Robert says the damage has never been this bad. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 36 grams of sugar a day for men and 25 grams for women. Meanwhile, the average daily sugar intake in America is over 70 grams, which Bernier says may lead to conditions like diabetes. Now you might be wondering, what is Santa Claus doing in a Coca-Cola museum? Well, it's a little known fact. Although they didn't create the idea of Santa Claus, this image was actually shaped by the Coca-Cola advertising agency. Gainesville and UF are currently in negotiations, and the city released a detailed report showing that over 50% of bus routes would either have reduced service or be eliminated altogether. Florida Democrats at the Democratic National Convention are celebrating primary wins back at home in several school board elections across the state. As days turn to weeks, many first responders and Good Samaritans must return to their own lives. I met one man in Jenna hours after the storm and checked in on his recovery process 3 weeks later. Clouds hover above a landscape of downed trees and broken homes.
Oh, it's a total loss. We've lost everything.
Robert McMillan is 38. He's been in Jenna
All my life, born and raised here.
His neighbors also not sure what to do next.
I lost everything, that old stuff that I had forever. This place has never flooded.
It's the same story for every family in the small community of Jenna.
It's just really hectic right now. Everybody's trying to do something, but nobody really knows what to do.
No power, no fuel.
I know what's wrong with it. It got no gas in it.
Hurricane Helene also ruined the McMillan family home.
The floodwaters were so bad, you couldn't get anywhere without a boat.
His 2 kids playing in the same water that claimed his house and truck. Luckily, he got a little help from an old friend.
He probably changed my diapers when I was a baby, for all I know.
Richard Dickey has known McMillan all his life. He answered the call for help in their hometown.
Everybody around here is like family. That's what makes this place, so special, is whenever things like this happen, we all band together, and everybody knows it, so.
McMillan had help in the immediate days after the storm. But 3 weeks later, most of that support is gone. Long after the floodwaters have dried up, it's the same scene.
Only thing we're missing is a little rain and some winds, and we'd still be at the hurricane.
Living alone.
I've had this camper, I don't know how long.
Out of his broken RV.
But we got nothing.
Walking up familiar steps to a still ruined home.
I still can't believe this happened. It's 35 years.
He started cleaning a bit.
It's been very slow, to say the least.
But working alone isn't easy. Which is why McMillan's grandfather, 88-year-old Robert Nelson, is cutting rotten wood, even though his hand is bleeding.
I made it a point to do something every day that I live.
He's been here since day one.
It's been wishy-washy.
Both of these men are working hard to restore what was lost.
We start from the bottom up.
Which could take months.
By December, there won't be no Christmas.
As Helene's legacy lingers,
it's still that day for me, every day.
Long after this hurricane season is over. In Jenna, Juan Carlos Chaoui, WUFT News. Allison Groh sits at the piano. Her fast fingers dance on the ivory keys. Her daughter, Isabel, next to her, singing with precision and passion.
Music's been a big part of her life from the very beginning.
It's a special bond any parent hopes to have with their child.
All I did at home was sing to her. She was a really happy, easy kid.
When she's singing, everything is right in the world. But when the music stops,
Number 2.
reality sets in.
There you go.
19-year-old Isabel.
Number 3.
Born with partial brain damage, which means everyday tasks, like completing kindergarten level homework, are a challenge.
Every day is just harder for her than the average person in some ways.
It wasn't easy for Isabel growing up.
She was slow to develop in every possible way that you could name. She was slow to walk, she was slow to sit up, she was slow to babble, she was slow to talk.
But she was quick to sing.
She could say, sing words to songs fluently before she could ever string 2 words together in a speaking voice.
Music came to Isabel as naturally as breathing. Allison put her singing savant in Shining Star Music Academy, where she met Katrina Mendez.
First time I met Isabel, she gave me a big old hug, and she was really excited, and it was almost like show and tell. Isabel just wanted to sing all the songs she knew for me and show me all the things that she loved.
Katrina taught Isabel for a short time before Alexia de la Valle, who specializes in opera, took her on as a student.
Being Isabel's teacher is a special job.
She used to go to Isabel's house for lessons before moving to North Carolina after the COVID-19 pandemic.
Zing, zing.
Oh, yes, that was much better.
De la Valle doesn't let distance keep her from her star pupil, though.
She's an incredible musician. Just naturally, her musical ear is fantastic.
And even though she can't form long sentences in English, she sure can carry a tune in French.
She loves learning the sounds of the language because she can mimic it so well. She also sings in German. She sings in Italian.
Lately, Isabel spends every night practicing for her big day, a recital. Allison sits at the piano. Her fast fingers dance on the ivory keys. Her daughter, Isabel, next to her.
Her gift that she brings is she's an occasion for love.
Singing with the same precision and passion.
Yeah.
In Gainesville, Juan Carlos Chaoui, WUFC News. The university released its annual crime report earlier this week. It shows that in 2021, there were only 25 cases of motor vehicle theft, whereas in 2023, there were 110, 81 of which have to do with e-bikes or e-scooters. An empty bike rack, nothing but a lock left behind. The sight Brooke Tuttle saw just 10 minutes before her class, which was over half a mile away.
On Monday, I woke up at 8:15 for my 8:30 class, and then I walked out at like 8:20, 8:25, and my scooter was no longer on the bike rack.
Ever since then, she's walked the distance.
Without my scooter, it takes me about 20 minutes to walk.
Tuttle isn't alone. Florida data shows over 20 motor vehicle theft reports in the past 2 weeks, mostly e-scooters or e-bikes stolen on campus. Support Service Captain Trevor Henderson has seen many of these kinds of thefts in his 9.5 years at UFPD.
Campus is very safe, but these have always been a bigger concern because anybody can just walk in. There's no gate around us, a fence around us, so you can walk in and steal these items, especially if they're not secured correctly.
He says the police department vows to do all it can to keep up.
We spend a huge part of our time with the concern in trying to combat these thefts. We have officers patrolling, spending extra time near bike racks.
UF Public Safety also released a timely warning Tuesday, letting students know about the danger. Aaron Gupta is a student who depends on his scooter.
I depend on it to get to all my classes on time. So if I lose it, then that's a big chunk of money and time that I'm losing out on.
Which is why he's very cautious.
I always make sure to double or triple wrap it around the bike rack with my scooter just to make sure that it doesn't get cut.
A method Henderson says, unfortunately, isn't foolproof. Henderson says the best way to insure your property, whether it's a scooter, a bike, a phone, anything, is to get it registered with UPD. As you can see, they have the sign right here behind me advertising that. He also says he's working very closely with the student body president on a system they think is going to reduce the number of thefts we're seeing on campus. Live from UPD, Juan Carlos Chaoui, WUFC News.